Hi, good morning, and welcome to week 96, living with Alzheimer's. Wow, week 96, soon going to be 100 weeks. That's quite an achievement. I'm really impressed with myself that 100 weeks of my life with this condition on tape. That's pretty cool. So this week I want to talk a little bit about, I suppose it's a bit of a personal experience, as all of this is, a little bit about you can't do that. The situation, or I think the problem with being diagnosed with this condition, I want to try and explain to people who are not directly involved in this condition what it's really like from the inside to have this diagnosis, and how people's perception of your judgment changes as soon as this word dementia and Alzheimer's is mentioned. It's strange, really. From the inside out, if someone says to me, or somebody is having a chat with me and they don't know that I've got Alzheimer's, and then somehow that's brought in the conversation that I was diagnosed a few years ago, the whole way they are instantly changes, because unless they really know me, straight away they think that I don't know what I'm talking about. Straight away it's a different situation. So quite often I don't tell anybody that I have this condition, because I get treated, how shall I say, normal. You have dementia, you have Alzheimer's, you have some form of dementia, and all of a sudden you can't do the things that you did do. And from somebody inside, like me, that's quite frustrating and annoying. You imagine going to the doctors and having a diagnosis of, okay, you've got a very bad cold, and then you telling people, I don't feel very good, I've got a terrible cold, I've got the flu. Right, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. And if they were to change their perception of you because of your condition that you've got at that time, your cold, your flu, or whatever it is, you imagine how frustrating that would be. Because actually, in the early stages of this condition, where I'm at now and thousands of other people are at, we're still very, very able. We're still able to do things, and we're still able to function pretty well. Yes, we have issues, and yes, we need assistance doing things, and that will continue to be so. But we still have much to give. I think that's half the reason why I do the cycle challenge, because, you can't cycle across the country. Stubborn me being me, yes I can. You can't cycle around 4 counties on a penny farthing. I can. And I will. And I think it's very frustrating when people all of a sudden change their attitude to the way that we are and the way that we were, because we have dementia, and because in the blink of an eye we don't really know what we're talking about. Our judgment from their perspective has changed. We don't always understand what's going on around us, and we need everything explained to us. So people's perception, as I've said in the past, I'm sure many times, is so different from the reality. And it's a personal experience that's happened to me throughout the last few years, and unless people really get to know me and get to know the real me, then they understand the dementia a little more. And I want to try today, and I don't know whether I've done it very successfully, try and explain to people and try to get people who are living alongside dementia with others, but not really living with it like we are, that what it's like when it's told that you can't really do something. I don't think you should do that. I don't think, I don't know whether you should do that. Maybe it's, yeah, you should have a go at that, but let's see if we can make it a bit easier for you, or whether we can assist you. I'm lucky. I've got a good group of friends and family around me who help me to achieve the things that I want to do. And yes, the reality is that I wouldn't be able to do this new challenge that I'm doing in the end of June unless I had people around me to deal with the emails, book everything, and deal with all of the, I suppose, the mechanical stuff involved in getting around. I can cycle from point A to B, but I can't now do all the logistics of it, if that's the right word. But I can still do it. And I still wouldn't want, and people have said to me, you can't do that, but I can. So I suppose it is about, as I said before, the I can do's and not the I can't do's. And I hope today I haven't run on, and I hope it's give people a little insight into what it's like. Our judgment really is still pretty good most of the time. Doing practical things, my judgment is good. It might take me longer, but I can work things. And I'm sure that other people who have done other things in their lives, who have got this condition and been diagnosed and are in the earlier stages like me, and I always hate calling it stages, but that's the reality of it. You know, we still have much to give. Just like the restaurant that makes mistakes that hopefully will be out sometime this month or very early next month. That should show people a different side of this condition. Well, training hard for the cycle challenge, doing many, many miles, and actually I think I could do it tomorrow. Well, I know I could. So more training, more cycling today, as always, and then rest days for a few days. And just a quick little thing, it's my daughter's birthday today, and happy birthday, Kate. Memories being what they are, I always remember the very first second I held her in my arms and gave her a little tiny bottle of glucose because she was very cold when she was first born. So, memories being what mine is, I haven't forgotten that very first vision of her. So, happy birthday. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great weekend and have a wonderful week again. And I'll be here next week with something else to say about my condition. But you know what? Alzheimer's, try and live well with it, because, what other choice do we have? And that's what we must do. Listen to each other, help each other, and work our way through the good times that we have to come. Bye-bye.